We're back. And we are going to talk about Superman versus Batman. I think this is pretty much somebody everybody has an opinion on. Even if you're not into comic books, everybody's going to say, oh, Batman would kill him. Oh, Superman, just smash him into bits. Everybody has some type of opinion about this.
Oh, yes.
And we have opinions about this. So, it's a contest. It's more than a contest. It's a war.
It's a war.
It's an all-out war. Who's going to win?
Batman.
Superman.
Batman because he knows Superman, and Batman defeated him already. I still subscribe to the theory if Batman never met Superman,
But we're not
Superman
subscribing
could
to that.
eliminate him from outer space. Just hit him with a laser beam. Boom, done.
Darkseid couldn't
They
do
never
it.
saw it coming.
I think one thing we have to think about here a little bit is which Superman and which Batman are we talking about. If you talk about the Frank Miller Batman, that is just, beats everybody senseless and is just absolutely positively determined to win at any cost, and he's fighting the Frank Miller Superman, then Batman will win.
Batman DC approved.
Yes.
He will win. If we talk about a different kind of Superman, the Superman who will break Zod's neck.
Never.
And is willing to kill,
The
then it's
uncharacteristic
Superman all day long. Like you said, he'll just take out Batman from a distance or whatever.
Just walk up to him and crush him, but Batman has kryptonite.
If
Hush,
you know,
beat him with the kryptonite. ring.
that's
Yeah.
true,
Well,
but
that's what he did in Frank Miller. It was kryptonite.
yeah, kryptonite. But
he
you
didn't beat him, he only
also have
weakened
to
him.
understand Superman gave him the kryptonite ring just in case I ever go bad.
But Batman can also create it too. He can create likeness of the kryptonite radiation, and that's been done before too as well. He's created different forms. In fact, we'll get
Superman's
into
the ultimate Boy Scout. He's
true.
not really going to go to the edge that Batman will.
No,
I think
that's
Batman's
true.
got far more pride and ego, and he's willing to go to any cost to win.
But it's the idea
So-
too. If somebody took over Superman, that Superman's morals were not his own. That's why Batman has to have a dossier of everybody to take them down, because someday somebody can control them, and their thoughts might not be their own.
It's true.
And
He
that's
did
the
that in
big
Justice
key.
League.
But, a lot of times Superman pulls his punches and doesn't use his...
Always pulls his punches.
He doesn't use his powers to its fullest degree. So Batman has no idea what the limits of Superman's powers are, if there is a limit to Superman's powers.
I want to take it down to a different avenue, because people always say, oh, well, Batman's only human, blah, blah, blah. One thing I've never read or read anywhere on the net, there's always another human out there that has taken down Superman or brought him down a couple pegs every time. Lex Luthor, human as well. If Lex Luthor has done it from the beginning, why can't Batman do it as well, too?
Batman's been taken down a couple pegs, too, by people.
But the thing is, people always say, the first thing you say when Superman battles Batman, it's Batman's only human. Well, bottom line is, so is Lex Luthor. And Lex Luthor has consistently and constantly been a thorn in his side and kept Superman at bay. Granted, of course, they're not going to kill each other, because you can't sell comics when Superman's not
Yeah,
around.
and neither one of them really want to kill each other.
Right. but
Or
that's the
anybody
thing.
else. Yeah.
So there's
So, I
other
mean,
humans out there
yeah.
that could take Superman down. So to come up with that philosophy or that theory that just it's because it's human, that goes out the door, because so is Lex Luthor. Bottom line with that. Number two, Batman is always prepared. That is his power of his mind, his intellect to think 10 steps ahead of everybody. Not just 1 or 2, 10. It's the ultimate chess game for him. You think you have him beat, and he has the pieces in place that will beat you. And just like a chessboard, in my eyes, he's the king. In that same chessboard, what is the mightiest piece on the chessboard?
The Queen.
The queen. So Superman's a queen. And Batman controls him. Because in chess, what is the queen's job at all times?
Kill the king.
Protect the king. That is the queen's job.
We'll have to
protect
play
the king.
sometime.
But it's to protect the king, his king, her king. So bottom line, That's what Batman does. He's the ultimate chess player, and he maneuvers Superman to his will.
Well, I guess so, but Batman is the ultimate human, if you want to call it that way. But at the end of the day, he is just that human. He is only mortal, and Superman is far more than that.
Right. He just has
He's
to weigh him out.
He's practically a god.
He
And-
is a god. I agree.
Practically a god.
Yeah.
It
And
says a yellow sun.
As long as, and that's the other point. Final Night proved it. He was just a walking person when Final
yeah, well,
Night happened.
everybody dies in Final Night, though, if they would let it go to the end. So
But the
without
thing-
the sun, everybody dies. So
yeah,
it doesn't
but
matter.
Batman is still Batman. Doesn't matter what sun. Batman is always Batman. Superman needs a yellow sun. So without that component, he's walking around trying to fry you. I can't.
Yeah, and what's Batman do without his gadgets and utility belts and everything else?
But if you take Batman, put him on the same Earth planet with the red sun, he is still Batman, millionaire. Superman's just going to be a journalist on a red sun planet. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He can only write. Oh, by the way, in Metropolis, they're really smart too, because anybody that puts glasses on, hey, Superman was here. It's like peekaboo with a baby. Put glasses on. Where'd Superman go? Where'd Superman go? Oh, there's Superman. Oh, there's Superman.
That's part of
Please.
Yeah.
Please. No, bottom line. A red sun planet, Bruce Wayne is still
Well, it's a
Batman.
good thing that there has to be a red sun. Otherwise, Superman can't be defeated.
No, Kryptonite,
Kryptonite,
witch, magic, lightning.
susceptible. Hey, you can
All
shoot
of
Batman
Sure.
and he can die.
Sure he could.
You can stab him.
Sure you
Use
could.
magic
The only
against
reason
him.
he's not dead is because the Joker has too much fun.
That's right.
Otherwise, the Joker would have killed him 35 years ago.
Right, and then no more books being sold.
That's right.
But bottom line, though, yeah, Superman can be stabbed with a knife, kryptonite knife.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
It's a good thing everybody's got one.
Kryptonite knives?
Yeah.
Well,
And
Only
magic
Batman.
knives forged
Batman,
by.
Lex Luthor has them.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're just laying around.
if he wanted to, he could do it, but he likes Superman too much because, you know.
And in the end, plus you have to sneak up on him.
Who, Superman?
Yeah.
I don't know, because in the Frank Miller version, which was DC approved, the Atom got into him. The Flash did a number on him. I mean, all these little components, which the King
Because we all
Batman
know,
controlled.
we all know that, Frank Miller just loves Superman.
And that's why he's a genius. He has impeccable taste, if you ask me. But okay, so what else you want to hit me with? That why Batman cannot beat Superman?
Because he's a foolish mortal.
So it's a game of attrition at this point. So as long as he lets him go and dies, that's okay. But Batman can inspire others to hate him too. So, people could pick up the mantle of the bat.
PR campaign.
Yeah, he could do anything. And so Batman can be immortal through that, just like the Phantom, right? You pass on the ring to other people, let them take it up to those levels. But one thing, and the thing about what Batman is, and if you think about it, I don't want to say less enduring versus more enduring. I think Batman is more popular, and the reason why he'll always have over Superman as far as numbers is because he's popular. If Superman was super popular and he sold more books than Batman, put more movies out that were successful, do you think Batman would have the edge that he would have now? Yes or no?
I think I don't think that has anything to do with that as far as who
Sales?
wins. Correct.
Oh my
as
God,
far
sales
as
have to do with it.
popularity.
Sure it does. Because if Batman wasn't
if they're
popular,
gonna-
he wouldn't be battling. If
Well-
Aquaman was number one in sales on books and had 5 or 6 titles, you don't think Aquaman would
Well,
be
we'd
doing
be
much?
talking about Aquaman.
We'd be talking this fight, not Batman.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why.
Well, yeah, but I don't understand the point. What you're
no,
trying to make. You
Batman's
missed me.
popular, and that's why
He's more popular than Superman, so that's why
his books sell
that's,
more.
That's why they make Batman win.
That's why they keep Batman over him as far as saying that he, if you get the DC approved Frank Miller version, the Tower of Babel, stuff like that, gives him, he has an edge. I don't even want to say that he beats him. I mean, heck, when John Byrne, the Man of Steel Limited series that came out, Superman grabs his line and says, "Hello, criminal, I'm taking you in." Batman escapes, puts lead in his hood. They do all these things that just gives him an edge to beating him all the time. If Batman was a C-list hero, he'd be in jail right now.
Batman's a consummate thinker. I mean, I had this discussion prior to the show with a guy I work with, and AJ's absolutely like you. He's Batman all the way, no matter
But give
what.
reasons, right? Don't just say because.
And he was saying, he's the consummate thinker. He's always constantly ahead. And I said to him, I said, yeah, but Batman can make a mistake one time. I mean,
And that's all it takes.
Yeah, it's anybody's ball
And
game.
Superman,
Yeah.
all he has to do is put his mind to it, and Batman's done.
And Batman's
It doesn't
a
matter if
consummate
he's got
thinker because
kryptonite.
he
It doesn't
has
matter
to
how
do
many
that
moves he's
to
put ahead.
survive,
Once
yeah.
Superman gets it into his head that it's over, it's over. Batman could wipe out the entire human. I mean, Superman could wipe out the entire human race if he really wanted to, including Batman and all the other superheroes and supervillains put together.
Can make the Earth spin
You know what I
around.
mean?
So
he
if he's
can-
so good, how come during
if
the
he chose
crisis?
to.
Well, okay. How about when he
That's
chose?
that's
no,
all the
no.
writer.
Crisis of Infinite Earths. Superman could not take out the Anti-Monitor. If he can take out a universe, how come he couldn't take them out? And I don't mean just for dinner.
Isn't that because of Marv Wolfman, the way he wrote it?
It doesn't
Well,
matter.
it's always
the
about the
Anti-Monitor.
It's always the writer.
It's always about
it's always
the writer.
about the
Yeah.
writer.
When people say Frank Miller, oh well, Frank Miller hates,
Yeah.
and that's why he gets this. Well, of course, But the idea is, if Superman can kill an entire universe with but a whim, what was he doing? Getting suntans on the sun when the Anti-Monitor was trying to kill all these Earths?
Well,
How come
I
Darkseid-
didn't,
how
first
come-
of all, I didn't say a universe. I
What-
said the planet.
The planet? Well, the planet's
Okay,
part of this universe.
I know, but it's not the universe. I didn't mention the Anti-Monitor. I mentioned everybody on the planet. You can't just up it to there. And
up it
we're
to there,
talking
sure.
about Superman versus Batman.
Right.
Okay. Superman wins.
No. Never. And will this be the last word?
No,
No. Okay. There's more. Go ahead.
because
All right.
you have to tell everybody that I want the last word in, right?
No.
No, because you're planning ahead.
Like Batman.
Yeah.
I'm
So this
Batman.
is the last word because I know I'm never going to have the last word.
You're not
in
going to
this.
win. That's the thing. 'Cause
No, I'll
Bat-
never have the last word.
Here. Okay. Are we done?
I guess so.
Okay. Now, this is DC approved Batman versus Superman. It was the night before Christmas. Let me just tell you. So, Superman is fighting Batman here. So, there's a scene where Superman is firing his laser eyes at Batman. And you hear Batman say, "Nice try. This suit is equipped with plasma shields to deflect your heat vision. Thrust and thermal to counteract your freeze breath. And if you come near me, my knuckles will do the trick. So go on, Clark, and do your best."
That's because
Hold on, Ned, last word. So as they're going through this, Batman also developed a piece of gum type stuff, kryptonite. Did you read this issue?
Keep going.
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching anything.
Don't touch. So he has a piece of kryptonite stuck in his mouth, so in case Superman took him up into the atmosphere to kill him, this kryptonite he spits in his face. And I'll read you this last bit, and then we are done. And if anybody goes further, I'll just scream in the microphone until I get my lap.
Why does Superman look like that?
He's being possessed.
Ah,
And that's the key, because
okay.
see, somebody's taking him off. See, he doesn't. This
Yeah.
isn't Superman, blood on his hands. But here it is. He goes. The gum that he's eating is made with kryptonite dust. He says Alfred calls it kryptonite gum. I keep a pellet in the suit of my helmet. The question is, who wins in a fight with Superman and Batman? The answer is always the same. Neither of us. If you have any comments, leave it in the box below.
subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss another exciting show.
Oh, it's just exciting.
Because he gets burned.
Not at all.
Burned.
Everybody
Batman
knows
wins
Thank you.
because he knows Superman. He knows Superman. That's
Who was
it.
around
Yeah,
first?
Superman.
Superman.
They
It's the
stink, they
original.
So somebody invented him 2 months before. Big deal.